Well, East Africa is also likely to feel the effect of the trade tensions between China and the United States. Earlier, we spoke to economist Edward Kusewa in Nairobi about how concerned East Africa should be.
Okay, I think it has been a very interesting development. The United States has imposed 34 billion worth of tariffs to Chinese commodities that are coming into China. And obviously that affects the global value chain systems. It definitely increases the prices that commodities are priced, and therefore it affects bottom line of companies. East Africa is known to supply some of this raw material to some of the multinationals in China, and therefore an increase in trade barriers definitely leads a decrease in the supply chain. So definitely the global value chains are going to be affected, and obviously some of the raw materials that China gets in Africa is also going to be affected. The continental free trade area is one area that East African states could be able to trade with one another and increase their volumes as far as trade is concerned. In the event of a trade war, and especially the trade war that is happening right now between the United States and China, the only other option that Africa and East Africa has is to start integrating and trading with one another by making sure that there's free trade and opening up the border so that they can trade with different commodities that affect those East African countries. So the best way to go forward is to integrate our economies, to start trading with one another, so that whenever these huge economies and big developed countries start having issues to do with trade wars and counter trade wars, trade barriers, then obviously we have a space for us to trade with one another.